All right. So, got some stuff. Lots happening. Let's see. Pull that up. Sort all this first. These three, but okay. So we are gonna take a look at some daily shit first. What all do I have? So I know that Biden was recently in Ukraine. I know today he's in Poland for something. Probably to talk to them about, like, oh yeah, we're still with Ukraine. But yeah, he actually visited unannounced. Yeah. Unannounced into Ukraine on Monday. Got some good photos. They're not here on this, because this is just the pretty sure this is just HTML only. Yeah. So not a pretty article, but it's definitely just that, the move of, yo, Biden was there. He went to Kyiv. Okay. Basically showing support for the Ukrainians' fight against Russia. We're not gonna go over why Russia is big stinky here. They started this war, and the Ukrainians will most likely end it. Even if it means having to drive all the way to... what's that fucking place called? I know it's Crimea, but like, what's that strait called? Ooh, it's gonna bug me. I must find out. Where's that strait? Not here on the East Coast. What the fuck am I thinking? Yeah. Alright, here we are. Is this... Kerch! That's... Okay. I figured it started with a K, but I couldn't remember what exactly it was. Yeah. The Kerch Strait here. Even if it means I have to march all the way to there. I'm for it. Whether or not that'll actually happen, we'll see. What does the map look like now? Yeah. Yeah, like the defense of Kursk initially. Oops. Kursk. What the fuck am I going on about? Kyiv. Kursk is all the way up here. Kyiv. My apologies. Been watching World War II in real time. For years, so. Kiev, Kerch, Kursk, like, it all kind of, like, it's all around there, but not. It's all around, like, this section of the war, of course. Way back when. But we're talking about this war now. Remember when they cleared into Chernobyl and made it all the way down here, but they did not enter Kiev. And they were subsequently pushed back. I remember... yeah, I think a lot of this territory was retaken quick in the early days of the war, within the first few months. I remember the Russians rushing with armor columns down the roads, which isn't gonna work. Like, they're gonna get blown up if you only stick to the roads, which is the only thing that they really stuck to. They didn't cross open country. At least not not like, I don't know why you wouldn't do that. I don't know. Probably because of when they launched the offensive. Because it's a year from now, basically. So yeah, they would be going through the start of the Rasputitsa. So it'd be muddy. But that's the thing, it's muddy for both sides then. Over cross country, of course. Which is why you would want to stick to the main roads during this time. And that's why, and that's why the Russians fell, because no, you don't use tanks that way. They're just gonna get blown up. Because any tank commander, or tank destroying commander, of like a javelin unit, just a javelin unit is all you need to fight off an armored column. You cut them at the head first, and then you cut them at the rear first, and then in the meantime of the chaos, pick as many off as you can. And if you have to get out, get out. This has been known for years! I don't know why they didn't do that. Like, if we're gonna actually try and conquer a country, you would want to cross the open country. Whether that means attacking somewhere else in Belarus, like here, I don't know. I don't know the lay of the land. I know how, like, battles progressed in World War II through this entire region, but I don't necessarily know what it looks like today, too. Especially since, you know, any motherfucker with a javelin can pick off a Russian tank. Drink water. It's really good. I remember when the Kharkiv counteroffensive happened, when they pushed all that back, and pushed this entire sweep back across a continuous front line. The Russians retreated all the way to their border. And then the last real major offensive to happen was the liberation of the Kherson region. So the next step, if you ask me, would be to strike here. Melitopol. You'd be able to cut the Russians too. And you'd be able to get at this section from here, because you have this big old river. What is this? No. Yeah. No. Just just use you. That's what okay. That's the Dnieper. Volga's over here. And then the Bug is somewhere around here? No, no. Yeah, the Vistula is here. Fuck it. Fuck, the Dnieper River is massive, but so is the mighty Volga. The Volga River is very big. Yeah, and then you have the Don. Dude. Yeah, it's just always crazy for me to think, like, so there's just so much bloodshed here in this land over the course of just like 100 years. So yeah, so much has happened here. Anyways, there's a continuous front line here coming towards the Luhansk and the Donetsk. But yeah, what Ukraine's next move will be, who can say, really? And that's for the best. We shouldn't. I wouldn't want to actually be told what the plans are. They need to keep this under wraps. That'd be good. Okay. So that was older news by like a day. And I bagged all this to look at before stream. The EPA steps in to take over the East Palestine trail derailment. Which, to those at home, is... about here on this map. So like, here's New York City, like right here at the, it's right here at the edge. Here's Washington DC, like here's Indianapolis, here's Columbus. So in between these two. Yeah, these 2 points. There we go. That's better. Of this big place. Driven across most of it. Haven't made it to the West Coast, but I've made it to the Rockies. I've been to the East Coast. Anyways, so the EPA is stepping in. Doubtful. The Environmental Protection Agency announced Tuesday that it would take control of the cleanup of Norfolk Southern trail derailment in Ohio earlier this month that released hazardous chemicals into the environment. Okay, cool. Let's see. Crews are still working to respond to a freight disaster in East Palestine as community members worry about possible adverse health effects from the toxic materials released when dozens of cars derailed after a likely mechanical failure. Sorry, my throat's dry. Yeah, so the I can't remember if I saved this in my library. Let's check. Maybe an infrastructure? Oh. Okay, so... trying to remember what exactly did get released. It was a chemical that that does cause cancer, and they ended up doing a controlled burn of what was left, which subsequently, like, it burns fairly cleanly. I only mean that as like a chemical process. Because the things that it did release are bad. Like, well, let's see, it released phosgene gas. Didn't it release like hydrochloric acid? At least that later becomes a byproduct of the stuff that it releases, not because of phosgene. Phosgene will definitely kill you if you get exposed to some of it. It's not a good gas. It was used in World War I as a weapon. Don't recommend that. Don't recommend inhaling that. They did evacuate a mile, and after a few days, residents were allowed to come back in. However, I know that another, at least, I can't remember if it was a byproduct. It's definitely not a byproduct of what was burned. But what did spill into the local water were chemicals that were definitely toxic to fish. A lot of fish died. And it's been bad for the wildlife around there, in that specific area and system. So, I don't know about the possible later effects of this. But perhaps we shall learn. Let's continue with the article. Oh, I do know that I watched a video by... is it that chemist? He did a breakdown of all the things that were involved with it, and he was like, yeah, as far as I can tell, they did the best thing for the situation. Because you wouldn't want all of... because what they were worried about was a possible explosion, which would have scattered debris and greatly made the situation worse. So they did a controlled burn of it, and sort of exploding everywhere. So it's literally damage control. Because regardless, like, a train disaster like this, you would want to go to the worst possible spot. If you have to choose a lesser evil of the two, and there's really nothing that you can do other than, like, the greater evil happening if you don't choose, you know, a controlled burn. I would also have gone with a controlled burn of this. Anyways, under the legally binding order, Norfolk Southern must identify, Norfolk Southern being the rail company that had their train derail. They must identify and clean up contaminated soil and water resources. That's one. They have to identify and clean up. Yeah, they're ordering the Norfolk Southern in a binding order, okay. Pay for the costs of work performed by the EPA and reimburse the agency for additional cleaning services offered to residents and businesses. That's 3. Cool. Yeah. This all sounds good. We'll see how the cleanup goes, which will take some time. The agency's move comes as the emergency response effort has now morphed into an environmental cleanup that is the responsibility of the railroad. That is responsibility of the railroad. EPA Administrator Michael Reagan said during a Tuesday press conference. Okay, well, this, I think, I don't think it's a sole responsibility of the railroad, though. Most of it does fall on the railroad, of course. They're the ones actually running the show there. But the government could have listened to the rail strikers a few months ago. Who knows? This probably could have been caught before that malfunction. I don't know. I don't know for sure. That's only conjecture on my part. But that is what the rail strikers were calling for, was better safety. That was one of their biggest demands. But what do I know? I'm just a guy. The company has committed more than $6 million to date in East Palestine, including $3.8 million in direct financial assistance to families impacted by the accident. Okay, we'll just see how the cleanup goes then. Yeah, it carried vinyl chloride, so they burned it. Okay, so the EPA is saying that their more recent air monitoring and water sample tests have showed no concerns with air quality or water quality in East Palestine's municipal water supply. Okay. That's good. Yeah, about 4,600 cubic yards of soil and 1.1 million gallons contaminated water have been removed so far. It's quite a bit. I was gonna say, this probably isn't the first time we've seen something like that would require this level or style of cleanup. We've had, like, there have been disasters like this before. Hopefully the cleanup goes good. I'm glad that the EPA is ordering Norfolk Southern to clean it up and make sure that this gets taken care of. However, I didn't see anything in there about stepping up anything for safety to make sure this doesn't happen again. That should be the actual response. Not the band-aid that is, oh, sorry this happened. Here, we're gonna clean it up. And that's it? I didn't see any of that in there. Maybe I'm just fucking blind. Oh well. It's shameful. That should be the response. Okay. What else? see what we got. We've got a storm moving in. I am a bit of a weather enthusiast, always kind of have been, ever since I could walk and talk, probably. Upper Midwest braces for a blizzard. Oof. Nearly 2 feet of snow. Oh no. And that's not too much, but that's quite a bit. Let's see. Yeah, so today's Tuesday. Let's take a look at Windy. What's it looking like? Alright, so it's set on wind. Cool. Yeah. So we have an area of low pressure centered here in the northeastern corner of Colorado. Oh, and there's some low pressure. It looks like there's a general area of low pressure here in the plains of bit of Colorado, Nebraska, into southern South Dakota. Temperatures are getting cold up here north of this, so we've got a warm front here that's coming in, pushing in a bunch of moisture that is coming from the south, the Gulf of Mexico and whatnot. You've got, you'll probably eventually get a cold front somewhere around here later, but we'll see how it progresses. Let's get a satellite view. Here we go. Yep, that's about right. Radar. Oh, yeah, that's snow. At least I think. Let's take a look at... Would it be with that? No. Oh, it's this. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, it's snowing. Or is it? Doesn't look at me. Try there. Maybe it ain't snowing. Well, they've got some clouds moving in. Maybe it's about to start. Who fucking knows? Whatever. Okay. I know everything like ahead of time is saying that it's gonna be a blizzard. National Weather Service. Thank you.
According to Wikipedia.
Yeah, I know I'm around Indy. I do want to bring. Oh, well, yeah, that's right now. We are currently under a wind advisory. But how will it bring? So for now, so it's tracking a little more north than what it was yesterday. Currently. Okay. So there's a lot of winter storm warning. Okay. Yeah. No, I pulled the keys right here. So all this pink is a winter storm warning. This orange is a blizzard warning. That's rough. What else around there? Oof. I've been to Sioux Falls. That'll be under a blizzard warning. Yeah, and then close to Minneapolis and St. Paul area, you're gonna get blizzard. This purple is an ice storm warning. Yikes. Let's see what that entails. Snow is moving toward this area this afternoon. Snow continues to move into southeast Minnesota this early afternoon and will continue. Oh my god! And will continues to spread further eastward, heading into this evening. Visibilities are below 1 mile in some spots within the snow, and accumulations occurred rapidly after the snow began. Okay. Band of about 5 to 8 inches of snow is still expected. Oh no. They're looking at ice of 1/10 to 3/10 of an inch. Yeah, that's some ice. That's not a lot, but that's some. Let's see. By the time the storm extends into late Thursday, an additional 8 to 12 inches of snow is expected. Sleet and freezing rain are expected south of, well, yeah, that line. And that's when that ice is going to come in later. And like Wednesday, Thursday. Big yikes. Oof. Yeah, and that's a total of nearly 2 feet. That's a lot. That's a lot of snow. Let's check the humidity. Oh, it's not bringing much at all in. It looks like it's really focusing. Oh. Well, that temperature difference is a bit much. Because you see it's like 52 here, and then in Bismarck it's 8. Like, oh my god. Yeah, look at that. They're getting some. Ooh. Look at the road. Ooh, 2 hours. And then it got plowed. Look at this one. They're getting some snow. So this is what it was yesterday. 22 hours ago. This is what it is now. They're getting the snow in South Dakota. Sioux Falls? Hey, we got a camera there. Looks like that. They got some snow. They got some snow there. We don't have any snow here in the general Indy area. Ooh, that's some pretty light. And it started to snow about 6 hours ago. So it's 4 o'clock there. Yeah, so 10. Alright. So it's okay, yeah. The band of snow basically is along this. guess. I'm gonna guess that's where all those squall lines are forming. Yeah, and it's gonna be pulling a lot of warm air up from the south. So record highs are gonna happen. Or, you know, like February, late February. That's fun. Yeah, it says that Washington D.C. could hit 80 degrees on Thursday, which would top the record at 78 degrees set in 1874. Wow. It's probably a little off too, that record, because it's old. Wow. I'm feeling okay today. Feeling okay now. What else? What else do I have? Okay, yeah. I saw this pull up on AP as well. A 4-day workweek trial. Shorter hours, happier employees. Let's go. I'm here for this. I'm all here for this. A trial of a 4-day workweek in Britain, billed as the world's largest. Okay, yeah, as a trial, has found that an overwhelming majority of the 61 companies that participated from June to December will keep going with the shorter hours, and that most employees were less stressed and had better work-life balance. That was all while companies' reported revenue largely stayed the same. Oh, okay. During the trial period last year, and even grew compared with the same 6 months a year earlier, according to findings released this week. Yeah, instead of a 5-day work week, a 4-day work week. That would be so nice. I mean, I used to kind of do that, but back in my days at Walmart. But I was still working 40 plus hours a week. I even got some overtime while I was there, unfortunately. They got that from me. We feel really encouraged by the results, which showed the many ways companies are turning the 4-day week from a dream into a realistic policy with multiple benefits, said David Frayne, research associate at the University of Cambridge, who helped lead the team conducting employee interviews for the trial. Quote, "We think there is a lot here that ought to motivate other companies and industries to give it a try." End quote. I agree. I agree. Just this won't happen here. This won't happen here at all. Whew. Let's see. Let's see. It looks like it was for about it was a survey for 2,900 workers across all all kinds of companies and industries. And how they responded to reduce work hours while pay stayed the same. Not surprisingly, employees reported benefits with 71% less burned out, 39% less stress, and 48% more satisfied with their job than before the trial. Yeah, it's almost like if you pay people more, they will actually care about the job and will do better. And if they're not worked as hard, they will do better. Of the workers, 60% said it was easier to balance work and responsibilities at home, while 73% reported increased satisfaction with their lives. Fatigue was down, people were sleeping more, and mental health improved, the findings show. Revenue grew 1.4% over the course of the trial for 23 companies that provided adequate data, weighed for the size of the business, while a separate 24 companies saw revenue climb more than 34% with the same 6-month period a year later. Wow. Okay. For those who participated in the trial, there was a drop in the likelihood of employees quitting, down 57% compared with the same period a year earlier. As well as those calling out sick, down 65% from a year ago, according to the findings. Yeah. Of the companies, 92% reported that they would continue with the 4-day work week, with 30% saying it's a permanent change. That includes blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That's cool. Well, yeah, won't be able to find it because of this. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, something like that probably would never happen here. I mean, let's face it. Not a lot of people in at least in the Midwest, want to be paying people what they are worth. Just in my experience. And I know that's in a lot of other people's experiences too. Look around at a lot of big corporations. Profits are soaring while wages are stagnating. This goes for anything that you could find in a grocery store. Basically, all the employees that make the products that you buy, their wages are not really going up at all, especially compared with inflation. In fact, they're going down. So, like, the spending power of regular working class people, such as myself, my parents, most of my friends, we're just suffering more because fuck us, I guess. No. Alright. I think that's it for, like, just general daily news. Ugh. Oh, man. Okay. Oh man, I don't know if I can do this next one. I can do it. All right. Let's look at some dumb bullshit that I've got on Marjorie Taylor Greene. So this is from yesterday. I'm a little late on it, but it's a tweet from Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is a Nazi, saying, "We need a national divorce. We need to separate by red states and blue states." Shut the fuck up, phone. Everyone I talk to says this. From the sick and disgusting woke culture issues shoved down our throats to the Democrats' traitorous America Last policies, we are done. So, Civil War II? Is that what you are suggesting here, MTG? Are you suggesting the big red blue fight 2? The red blue fight 2. That's what it would be, and it would not be good. Let's just say the US military would never let something like that happen. At least not for now. But it's also like, yeah, looking at something this like this poorly pixelated map is true. This shows like counties and how they voted here, but this shows proportionally how they voted and whatnot. And it's fucking cropped off at Florida. I hate this map. This one sucks. But it illustrates the point. Like, there's so much more blue than red. No matter where they would go, they would be outnumbered. At least for cities and heavily populated areas. Why? Why would they use that map? Looks like this. Ugh. It's so bad. So, yeah, this is the county map. Oh, that's so bad. Why is it cropped off like this? Maybe I have. Maybe I can. Fuck it, I don't care anymore. MTG. Why you say this? Why you say stupid things? I will never understand. Probably because she's a Nazi and I'm not. Alright. Please tell me it's like actual. Yes! This is stupid. I love this tweet. This is stupid. Alright. to the one guy watching stream, go like that. Go like that quote tweet on Twitter. Alright. Nice! Nice. What shall we look at now? More Twitter bullshit. I need more Twitter bullshit. One guy watching. Send me Twitter bullshit. You don't have to send me Twitter bullshit. That one would take forever to go through. And I'm just not gonna sit through all of that. Yes, so I suppose we can get into the big stink that is in my stream title. Okay. Ugh. Let's find it. Okay, yeah, that's right. Start it all right here. What's this one? Oh, it's by them. Nope, not looking at that. How about this? That's literally the same thing. How about that one? Yeah, this one looks decent. Okay. So yeah, we will get into it. So there have been some state legislator bills that are in committees here in my home state of Indiana that are inherently transphobic and are just big stinky all around. They, if passed and put into effect, it would most certainly hurt a lot of trans youth here in Indiana and would possibly force a lot to leave in order to seek proper, adequate care. Now, we should get into the language that is employed by the bills, which I have downloaded. And we will get into, like, basic understandings as to what exactly these bills are targeting about trans youth. So, we have here Indiana Don't Say Gay bills would ban teaching of gender identity, sexual orientation. So this is back in January. It is a month from then. Bills to ban the teaching of gender identity, gender roles, and sexual orientation in schools have been filed by GOP lawmakers in the Indiana legislature. House Bill 1608, introduced by Representative Michelle Davis, would prohibit all Indiana schools and their third-party vendors from providing any instruction in kindergarten through third grades with the intent to study, explore, or inform students about 6 topics: gender fluidity, gender roles, gender stereotypes, gender identity, gender expression, or sexual orientation. That's the one introduced by Michelle Davis, who has degrees in education from Ball State, and let's just say the wording in the bill itself actually is explicitly would ban all of this being discussed to kids in kindergarten through third grade. There is a different bill, which is, as far as I'm aware, has not passed committee. This one did just yesterday's 1608 passed committee. And it has until February 27th, I think, in order to pass through the House to then go to the Senate of Indiana. And whether or not this will happen, I do think that this will pass. And I think it will probably just be the start. I think that other version that bans it through K through 12 will eventually come up. It's going to start here with K through 3. At the very least. At the very least. Like, I know it's going to pass. Because it's a Republican supermajority here. It's going to pass. They banned abortion here in Indiana. I went to those protests. And however, as far as I know, it's still been blocked by a judge. The trans athlete law that was passed via overriding a veto with over 2/3 majority. Like I said, Republican supermajority. Even when the Republican governor is like, no, I'm going to veto this because it's stupid. Even then. Like, I don't know what there is to hope for Indiana now. If anything. So, let's get right back to it. What else? What else? What else? What else? I think this one mainly covers that first one that we have talked about. So then there's more, of course, always more. I will find it. This specific one. Nope, don't open there. Open it with please. Chrome. Yay. So here's that House bill, and you can see it's updated as of yesterday. This is the one that has passed amendments and the committee. So if passed by the House like this, it would then go to the Senate, and it would go to Indiana Governor Holcomb, where I don't know. We'll see if he signs something like this. I don't know. He just might. But if he doesn't, if he vetoes it, it could easily get overridden. So let's look at the actual go away these odds. Let's look at the actual synopsis here that is written. This is authored by Michelle Davis. Let's see. Provides that a school, an employee or staff member or staff member of a school or a third-party vendor used by a school to provide instruction may not provide any instruction to a student in kindergarten through grade 3 on human sexuality. Provides that a school employee or school staff member is not prohibited from responding to a question from a student regarding certain topics. Provides a staff member of a school may only use a name, pronoun, title, or other word to identify a student that is inconsistent with the student's sex. If the student who is an adult or an emancipated minor, my bad, or the parent of an unemancipated minor requests in writing, yes, meaning the parent would have to request in writing the use of a specific name. So let's go over all of this. Let's break that down. If you go up to a teacher as a little 5 or 6, 7-year-old and you ask them, yo, I don't know about being a boy. What if I'm a girl? Or if I'm a girl, I'm a boy? Or I don't feel like either. Something around that kind of question. The teacher cannot instruct them about the actual the actual truth of what gender is, and what it means to express gender, what it would mean. That's really all that you would have to go over. That it's okay to express what you want to be. However, they do not want that. The Republicans that wrote this one up don't want kids who do question this about themselves to be comfortable with who they feel they are. And that will be destructive to the health of trans youth here in Indiana, because they might not learn until much later that they are not cis, or they're, and this isn't just with gender, this is with sexuality too, that they might not even like girls or boys very much, even though they're told by everyone that they should like girls or boys. Or, yeah, that's usually about it. And then, and this doesn't have to be in a sexual nature. This is, like, sexuality is inherently about attraction. And it can be on the sexual level, but it can also be on the appearance level. That is rarely ever explained well. So, if a classroom could get that right, I would love that, and instruct that right. And I think it would be fine to instruct that to small kids. Not everything about it, because there's a lot to it. And it would just be overwhelming to, of course, learn about a lot of what's into the general topics of sexuality and gender. However, there's another thing here that is super alarming to me. You need a request written by your parents in order to have the pronouns and names that you want in the classroom. Meaning, if you have parents who are not supportive of you as someone who's not cis or straight, someone who's queer, like, this is just a general LGBTQ like, bill here that is just awful. What if you are that kid at home who has parents that are terrible to you for not conforming to your assigned at birth stuff? Well, the state government here, in this case, if passed, would force teachers to like dead name. And if you care at all about the health care of the youth, you wouldn't want people to commit suicide more. Which trans youth have that statistic in spades, unfortunately. This bill does nothing to address that. In fact, it will make it worse than what it currently is here in Indiana. Like that, like especially that one with the name requiring written permission. Like, the parent does not own their child. Is that controversial to say? No, it's not. So, if a kid wants to be called something, they should be called something. And we'll get into the actual language that the bill employs, and I'll skip by a lot of filler here. So it doesn't apply to private schools. It applies to public schools, including charter schools. Let's see. Yep, here's the written permission rule. Yeah, they made some minor changes to this when they went through it on committee, and it passed. 9 yeas to 4 nays. Yeah, section 2 here. Well, let's make sure that's not also down here. Yeah, here it is. So for schools, section 2, as used in this chapter, sex means an individual's biological sex as either male or female based on the individual's genetics and reproductive biology at birth, including sex organs, chromosomes, and hormones, without regard to the gender that the individual experiences, identifies with, or expresses. This just flat out denies trans people existing. Like, because this is what it's, I mean, and it doesn't really say much about, if anything at all, about the, about intersex people. Nope. Nothing. Yeah, so if you are if you're like born with PP, you are boy, and if you're born with the not PP, you are girl. And it's like, do you even know what pronouns are? Do you even know what all this means anymore? I don't think they do. Obviously not. Why else would they write such bullshit legislation? Oh, man. So that's pretty bad. But wait. It gets worse. Oops, not that one. There is also this one. They're trying to pass gender-affirming care bans for minors. And the one that is in committee for voting tomorrow at the State House on February 22nd, 2023 at 9 a.m. People will be meeting up there at 8 a.m. if you want to protest. Please do if you can. I'm going to try. Yeah, this is a bill that would ban gender affirming care for transgender youth. Let's look at that bill. Prohibits a physician or other practitioner from knowingly providing gender transition procedures to an individual who is less than 18 years of age that are intended to alter the gender of the minor or delay puberty. So puberty blockers would also be banned. Provides for certain medical exceptions. I think it does make an exception for intersex people from what I looked at the bill just a few hours ago. Here, I'll do a thing. There we go. Okay. We won't go into the exceptions because I know that it's about intersex people basically, and like if it is required for your physical health, then it can be, but let's see. So this goes over what it means for, hormone therapy in its own terms, which is fine. Yeah, and then but this gets it wrong. Of being male or female when it talks about gender. That's not gender, that's sex. Gender would be boy, girl, themby, a squishy, I don't fucking know. Whatever you would want to use as a label. And then, like, male, female, and then intersex, which I use as the ambiguous third. That's what... that's what sex is. But you're using it here for gender. Okay. Glad to see that we did our homework. As used in this chapter, gender reassignment surgery means any medical or surgical service that seeks to surgically alter or remove healthy physical or anatomical characteristics or features that are typical for an individual's sex in order to instill or create psychological or anatomical characteristics that resemble a sex different from the individual sex. Dude. Including genital gender reassignment surgery or non-genital gender reassignment surgery. Okay, so yeah, okay. So if you're a trans dude, and a minor, you couldn't get titty removed. As used in this chapter, gender transition means the process in which an individual shifts from identifying with living as a gender that corresponds to his or her sex to identifying with living with a gender different from his or her sex, being trans, and may involve social, legal, or physical changes. Okay. Gender transition procedures are basically efforts that seeks to alter or remove, instill Yeah, we already went over that. Yeah, and then it goes over types of surgery and what it wants to define them as. They look fine enough. And then puberty blocking drugs. So yeah, puberty blockers are also banned here for minors, which is the whole point of puberty blocking drugs used for transitioning for minor. As used in this chapter, sex, so this is what they define as sex, means the biological state of being male or female based on the individual's sex organs, chromosomes, and endogenous hormone profiles. Okay? Well, even then, there's a lot of women who aren't that, and a lot of men who aren't that, shockingly. Not a lot. It's like actually a small number, but there are. And they might not even know! Except as provided in subsections C and D, which did cover intersex. A physician or other practitioner may not knowingly provide gender transition procedures to a minor. A physician or other practitioner may not refer a minor to a practitioner for gender transition procedures. So if you refer, you can't. Yeah, and that's when it goes. Okay, and then a physician may continue to prescribe to an individual who was taking, stuff, on June 3rd, 2023, as part of a, until December 31st, 2023, the subsection expires the 1st of next year. Okay. So that's how long you would have in order to stay on your stuff. Healthcare services furnished in the following situations may not include gender transition procedures to a minor. By or in a healthcare facility owned by the state, county, or municipality, by a physician or other practitioner employed by state, county, or local government. It goes over that stuff. You can seek damages against the people who do these procedures, against the doctors and whatnot. Okay, that's horrible. These are doctors that just want to help kids. That's it. That's the only point I need to make there. And they want to basically criminalize this care for kids. Yeah, and then the Attorney General may investigate and bring in action to enforce compliance with this chapter. Nothing in this chapter denies, impairs, or affects the right of the or authority of the Attorney General or any agency, officer, or employee of the state acting under any law or institute to intervene in any proceeding. And that's all she wrote. Jesus Christ, this one is awful. Well, looks like I am gonna have to show up to the State House tomorrow morning. Ugh. This makes me want to cry. But it's okay. As long as we stick together, make our voices heard, and do whatever we can to let people know that, number one, it's not a bad thing to let trans people exist, and that it is a very bad thing to increase their certainly increase their likelihood of suicide. But that's what these bills will do. I'm gonna try and keep an eye on the development of all these kinds of bills here in Indy. It won't be easy. There's a lot to keep track of. But it can be done. So, today on stream, I'm gonna make a poster, a sign for the protests. Y'all one viewer can follow along. I want to say I might have scissors. Yeah, I do. So I've got a box. I don't have a poster board or anything like that. Gonna make a sign. Out of two sides of it. I'm gonna use the clear side. Oh man. Okay. Alright. I gotta do like what? Yo, note to anyone out there, it's hard to cut through the dark. Oh. 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 Trying to cut this cardboard, man. This sucks. Jesus. I'm gonna get this poster made one day. Take me a bit. I'm totally doing this like the hard way. Aren't I? Woo! So can I just do that? Oh, fuck it. We're gonna tear it now. Screw cutting this, man. Oh, man. Fuck. Shit. Okay, I might actually. Let's do it. Oh man. Almost. Alright, that works. Let's give it a bit of trim. So, something like that. I wonder what I'll put on it. I don't even know yet. I haven't been thinking about an idea. I guess we're just gonna have to look at other people's fucking people's stuff. Indiana, don't say gay. Yeah, we need a. It needs to be something about the bill. So, but this specific one is about you know, getting rid of proper care. So, let's see. And it's what is it? It's SB something. SB 129. It's oh fuck, where is it? I will say y'all need to go to the ACLU of Indiana and look at what, like, they track a lot of this stuff. After all, they're actual professionals, and I'm not. I'm just a guy. SB 480. Okay. Okay. If only I had a bigger fucking Sharpie. If only I had a wide tip. Oh well. Okay. So, well, I guess we'll first let's come up with a phrase to use. Gotta post it. Get rid of this. Okay. So SB 480. It's 480. 480. Yep. This one is definitely about, yeah, it's about banning trans healthcare. Yeah, trans youth healthcare. So, will make trans lives worse. Okay, that's a good one. Let's think of another. I wonder. I guess it would be Indiana GOP wants trans youth suffering. There we go. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do two-sided. I gotta cut out another. Fuck. It might be easier now. Might be. First, let's cut this off. Ugh. Oh, man. Oh, gotta keep cutting. Hey. There we go. Oh, come on, get off. There we go. Getting there. Getting there. Alright. Yeah, just one more side to do. Yes. Getting there. Jesus. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh. Yeah. It's time to glue. Dang, I can't get a grip on this at all. Woo! Woo! I don't know if this thing's coming off. Ugh. There we go. I think I might have. Yeah, there we go. Took a lot of doing. Jesus. Put this glue on here. Okay. Put the cap back on the glue. Alright. Weigh it down for a little. Okay. Cool. Alright. Well. There's just cardboard all over me now. Just so much cardboard on me now. I don't know. Beanie or no beanie? Probably no beanie. No beanie. Let's try no beanie for a bit. Maybe no beanie work. Okay. All right. Should be good. Put them both on now. Try not to fuck it up. Okay. Could tape it. Go find some tape quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's yeah, we'll do that. And we'll do that. Okay. Let's tape this motherfucker together. Yeah, we'll just do it by corner. Oh, man. Alright. It's finally done. I can finally start writing. Okay. Okay. Very nice. SB 480 will make trans lives work. Okay. Ugh. Alright. You once transient suffer. Nice. Well, guess we'll see how tomorrow goes. I'll try and take some video. Go. But not much, because, you know, I'm not there for me, I'm there for them. Okay. Whee! Alright. Cool. Okay. I wonder what else has been going on. I've been live. Whoa. Chill, Ben. Okay. Benny Boy. There's a clip of Benny Boy. By Jason Campbell. Apparently he's been called an evil piece of garbage by Ben. So that means he's good. Probably. Nah, kid. What have you got for us today, Ben?
Well, I mean, first of all, the wage to cost of living gap would not exist in the absence of regulation and subsidy, at least not nearly as much. The fact of the matter is that one of the reasons you have housing shortages in blue areas is because of development restrictions that are largely created by the left. The reason you have
What?
massive inflation right now is, again, because of left-wing financial policy. It tends to be that wages blue areas is because of development restrictions that are largely created by the left.
Okay. Source?
The reason that you have massive inflation right now is, again, because of left-wing financial policy. It tends to be that wages move in tandem with costs, generally speaking.
Okay, there's no
because,
source
again,
on that.
There is no such thing as a non...
So, it's made by left... Dude, I'm pretty sure left-wingers, number one, aren't really the ones making laws in America. One. Two, I'm pretty sure anyone on the left can agree that we need more middle housing. And which is something that is severely lacking in much of American life. Like, I grew up in suburbia, and it was torturous. What is the reason? No.
largely created. The reason you have housing shortages.
The reason
in
you have
areas is
housing shortages is because
development
of development
that are largely
that are
created
largely
by the
created
left.
by the left. No! Leftists have been trying to, like, get better housing. The fuck is he? And he doesn't cite anything.
The reason that you have is no such thing as a non-living wage. Nobody dies on their wage. That is not a thing that happens inside the...
Possibly, but down here, it apparently shaves a bunch of years off your life. Poor living. This is...
the United States. This is why when people say living wage, the question is, well, what do you mean by a non-living wage?
It's so... Yeah, but a non-living wage would be like, you know, a wage for a job. This can be any job that does not properly pay for all things that I need. It makes me live paycheck to paycheck. Slash that. It'd be a non-living wage at I would say at least 30 hours a week. That'd be a non-living wage. Whatever that would be for you, I don't know. But yeah, that'd be what it would be for me. Okay. Well, thank you, Ben. That was sad. God, we're just going through my fucking Twitter feed now. We shouldn't be doing that. No more Twitter feed. For you. But for me, I will get all the Twitter feed. It's full of a bunch of hot trans women. Look at this. Look at B. They sent me to a Catholic all-boys school, and this was the result. Beautiful. Amazing. What is this? Why would you replace Trump with Heavy from TF2? Bruh. Oh man. I've never played Team Fortress 2. Shame on me. Crucify me if you want. There we go. It's time to drink more water. It's good to stay hydrated. You gotta keep the boys hydrated. Oof. Oh no, another one by Jason Camp. I like the stuff that he finds. Okay. It's a clip of Matt Walsh. Apparently he says he would rather be dead than have a trans child. Let's hear what he has to say.
I have personally heard from many parents, more than I can count, who tell me versions of the same horror story. A beautiful and innocent kid one day, seemingly out of nowhere, gets sucked into the gender cult and is devoured by it. The child they held as a baby and raised and gave their lives to and loved and still love becomes suddenly unrecognizable. All of their innocence and light and beauty drained out of them.
Oh no. My child isn't fucking cis. I wanna die! That's what you sound like.
Cannibalizing madness. For a parent, to see this happen to a child, it is a fate worse than death. I would...
Bruh. It's a fate worse than death? Yeah, tell that to all the trans people who have committed suicide. Over pieces of shit like you, Matt Walsh. It's not a laughing matter. And I think it's pretty bad that he's making the parents out as victims now of a kid being trans. Wow.
Rather be dead than have that happen to my kids.
He would rather be dead than die. I quote that one TikTok. What do you want me to do? Cry about it? Then die. This isn't a debate. Why don't you just roll up and die, Matt Walsh? You won't. You care about inflicting suffering. That's it. That's there's nothing else that this does.
See, the thing that I most despise about Dylan Mulvaney is that he is part of a movement.
Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney. Come on, Google. Oh, you bitch. Okay. Came out as trans during COVID, starting in March 2022. Documented gender transition. Da, 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 da. Met with President Biden for a presidential forum. Yeah, Biden called legislation restricting gender-affirming care for transgender youth by Republican-led legislatures, like what's happening here in Indiana and in other states, of course. He called it outrageous and immoral. Yeah, but that's just words. Come on, Biden, you can do more. Undergone facial feminization surgery. Okay. Well, they're just trans? Okay. And an actress? What are they played in? Ah! On stage, looks like. Cool.
Which actively seeks to turn my children into Dylan
Okay.
Mulvaney. That's why I'm entitled to my anger and to whatever language I use to convey it.
Exactly. Yeah, he's fine with using whatever words he has to use in order to get the point across to whoever's even willing to listen to this fucking lunatic. I mean, is he even living? Is he just a ghoul inside of a skin suit? Look at him. He is ready to eat.
I will say whatever I want to say, and I will be justified in saying it, because these people are after my kids.
These people are not after your kids. They're these people. I wonder what exactly he means by these people. I don't know, maybe we'll get at it.
And yours. And everyone else's.
Okay, so I don't think so.
And you're worried that I'm being...
So no. I guess I have to read into what he means by they. They, the left, wants to take your balls. How does that feel? Feels pretty good. No. They, I'm guessing he generally means media slash like other trans people that are very positive with the fact that they are trans. They're not pulling anyone into this, Matt. I don't know what you're getting at. Like, you wanna show me the polling? Who is polling? Who's got the poll and polling the poll?
being a little rude? Well, you see, when it comes to my children, the children that I cherish more than my own life, If you think mean words go too far,
Oh no.
then you would be very shocked to hear how far I would really go to protect them. Trust me, words are the least of it.
Wonder what he means by that. He means violence. He means violence against trans people. That's all that he's really ever advocated for. Whether it be indirect or direct. And let's face it, it is almost entirely indirect. But that has done too much damage. This. Alright. What else can we find? What else can we find on Twitter to, oh no. Dude, Jason Campbell.
Do we stop?
Out here with all the clips. How long is this? A minute and... Okay, almost 2 minutes? Cool. Let's do it. Marjorie Taylor Greene, quote, if Democrat voters choose to flee these blue states, well, once they move to a red state, guess what? Maybe you don't get to vote for 5 years. Oh, no. Okay. Hit me with it. I'm ready.
I don't think the left would ever stop. I don't think they'll ever stop trying to invade our states or our counties, so how do we stop them?
Well, I think that, red states could choose and how they allow people to vote in their states. For example, over the past couple of years, we've seen a mass exodus from California and New York. They allow people to vote in their states.
Hold on.
Red states could
Red
choose
states.
and how they allow people to vote in their states.
Red states could choose who and how people vote in their state. Okay.
States. For example, over the past
Sure.
couple of years, we've seen a mass exodus from California and New York, where we've seen people fleeing those leftist policies and moving to states like Florida, Georgia, Texas, states where they like the tax policies, they like the schools, they like the consequences of Republican and red policies. What I think would be something that some red states could propose is, well, okay, if Democrat voters choose to flee these blue states where they cannot tolerate the living conditions, they don't want their children taught these horrible things, and they really change their mind on the types of policies that they support.
Yeah,
well, once they move to a red state, guess what? Maybe you don't get to vote for 5 years. You can live there, you can work there, but you don't get to bring your values that you basically created in the blue states you came from by voting for Democrat leaders and Democrat policies. But
yeah, so she's basically wanting it to be, she wants it to be illegal for people who don't vote the way that she likes to not be able to vote for 5 years after they move. Who are you to disenfranchise people who are just moving? Marjorie Taylor Greene. That is draconian. The fuck is wrong with you? I swear there's nothing in her head and it's just a microwave. It's constantly humming.
this would be up to red states to be able to choose to do something like that, so that their red states don't get changed, which is what's happening, unfortunately, when Democrat voters leave their Democrat states and they take their Democrat votes with them. That would be something that these red states would have to really consider and choose to do. But I'm a big believer in freedom, Charlie. But I'm also a big believer in
Yeah, it's very
defending
free.
our ability to pursue life and liberty and happiness. And the left is completely destroying that. For
Yeah, she basically just wants to get rid of the opposition. That's her ultimate goal, and this is just one way to get at it. Not entirely, of course, but that wouldn't stop her. If she had the power to get rid of the Democrat Party, the Democratic Party, she would. Because she an evil bitch. Yeah, and someone replied with, no vote for 5 years? No taxes for 5 years. Bet! Yeah, no taxation without representation, you cunt. Alright. Yeah, I saw that earlier. Micah. Very good. Goody. Get out of here, buddy. Get out of here. I need to download that. Building my archive up. Let's check my sub feed. My YouTube sub feed. Wonder if there's anything good there. Probably not. Probably not. Oh, no, never mind. It looks like it's in a game or something. Yeah, look at this. ACLU of Indiana. To every LGBTQ Hoosier, we are with you, and we will fight every day for your right to receive the love, support, care you deserve. You can't ban my identity protecting our kids, including LGBT kids. Yeah, LGBTQ plus kids. Yeah. Yup. That was 9 hours ago. Really? Hmm. That's just a pinned tweet. Yep. Make sure to be at the State House tomorrow. 8 a.m. Shit, what's in my Reddit? Oh, I can only imagine. Oh my. That's hilarious. I wonder... wonder how it's gonna go tomorrow. It'll probably be fine. Be normal, trans rights stuff. How they're, planning to strip them. Okay. We just might switch it up now. Just might. Okay. We're going to close this. No more music. How sad. Going to instead, let's see. I am going to close out with a bit of game. Gonna play some Ultra Kill. Let's see if it works. At least I haven't used Streamlabs with. Oops. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. Wait. Wrong thing. My bad. Yeah, we need to add that back. Okay. Hold on now. Technical difficulties. There we go. That. No. You go there. Well, ain't that odd. There we go. I was like, why isn't that working? Alright. We will remove you. And then, alright, now let's try and add it. Okay. Let's see if this works. Yo, bet. Maybe. Nah, I gotta fix something real quick. Yeah, I gotta put it there. Ta-da, there we go. Alright, that's better. Yeah. That looks right. Okay. Well, I wonder how I look. Yeah, I look fine. Okay. Let's play. I usually just hang out in the cyber grind. We'll do that. Watch me suck at this game. I don't suck, but I'm not that good. Alright, let's do it. come on. Nice, he's dead. Alright. Die. Thank you. Oh, fuck, it's a spit guy. Ah! What? I don't know how the fuck he didn't die. Let's just try that again. Let's try another run. Nah, we'll keep it at 15. Come on. Let's go. You won't kill me. What? Nice. Nice. Now I'm playing fairly clean. Oh! Oh! Come on. Where's you at? Where you at? Woo! Ooh, I missed that. There we go. Oh, that was rough. Right. Yeah, come on. Ah! Ah! Almost killed me. Ugh. There we go. He dead now. Die. Die to the coin. Fuck. Yeah, I can't heal. Ugh. That did it. Come on. Just explode them. Nice. Nice, he's dead. There it is. Oh, come on. Just fucking die! There we go. Took a bit. Woo! That wasn't what I wanted to do. Woo! That's some master dodging. Come on. Guys, smithereens. Exactly. Woo! Oh, let's go. Oh, never mind. I overcharged it. Damn it. Alright, I'll probably go one more. Maybe. We can do at least maybe two. We'll see. We'll see how this run goes. Whee! He did. He did. Woo! Nice. I've got him right where I want him! Nice. That was quick. Why isn't he dead? Ow. There we go. There we go. Yeah, now they're dead. Oh, they're dead. Woo! Coin time. Ah, I missed. Woo! Oh, let's go! got it all the way up to it. Nice, we got it again. Ah, I missed. Fuck. Oh, he did. Woo! Ah! Nice! Oh, I couldn't find a shot and they got me. Damn. Eh. Eh. The style wasn't bad. Okay. Well. The stream's been going... Well, I've been, like, actually here, sitting and doing shit for about 3 hours now. I think I'll call it here. I'll probably be back on sometime tomorrow. Does that sound good? Sounds good to me. Alright. Thank you for people who have tuned in. It has been fun. I'll see you next time.